Hi, friend. Quinn Red Mountain here on another Friday. They just keep skipping along, don't they? So now we are just about almost halfway through June, and we're moving towards the solstice. So for those of us in the northern hemisphere, that is the summer solstice. And what that means is that the heat is coming or here, and summer, 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 summer. So I thought, what a perfect situation, what a perfect place to be is at the bottom of this amazing and powerful and sacred waterfall. It is called Multnomah Falls, and it is named after the Multnomah people, one of the original people in the area around Portland, Oregon. Multnomah County, everything's named from of the tribes, although there's really no nations there at this point. So, Multnomah Falls. I'm sure it has uh, previous sacred and beautiful names that I don't know. This is the very bottom, and it goes way, way up, I think 2 tiers above this. So there's no sound to this image. It's just the silence and my voice, and soon my drum. But I imagine if you've ever been at a waterfall, you can imagine the sound, the roar, and the mist, and the aromatics of the water coming right into you. Falling water is one of it's a wonderful thing for us. It creates negative ions, which is, even though it says negative, it's actually quite helpful for us. So this is a still image that I put some motion to, and I love it because the pool at the bottom is a heart, and the driftwood, perfectly formed, even accentuated the heart shape. So I wanted to use this image today for you who care for others, for you who tend and show up for others, who put up with others, who love others. You know, we're all in varying ways caregivers, and some give more care than others. So we could think of this image pouring water into the heart, our heart, receiving and receiving and receiving. The thing to notice, though, is that the water doesn't just keep filling up and spilling over. It has an exit at the top here. It moves on. It has an outflow. We have to have that. Otherwise, we overfill and we're no good to anyone. So this image is what we're going to work with today for this very short amount of time of you being able to tune into yourself and your own heart space that is being filled. Another thing we could think of, the two different ways of being filled. One is the filling up or the coming in of all of the needs that others have. And most of the time, I'm sure that they somehow have to do with you. And the other kind of filling that we do receive, although sometimes we forget, is that we receive the blessings of nature, of all that is, of Creator, of Spirit, of the One, all of us little individual beings created into one energy, however you might describe that, that is bigger than any of us. That is here too. So let's just take a few moments, and if I yawn, it's because I'm starting to tune in. It's not because I'm tired, and although I am kind of, but it's not like that. And it might make you yawn. And if you yawn, then just know that you need more oxygen. And to be open to breathing deep, to bring clean and fresh oxygen way down into your lungs, and oxygenating your blood and refilling the place down in the bottom of your lungs that can get kind of stagnant from old air, from sitting, from holding our breath, right? So let's do that first. take a deep breath in, maybe straighten your spine and move your muscles so that you can make room for more air, and then let it out. And my practice lately is to let it out from my mouth. As you breathe it in, you're breathing in just like this waterfall filling. You're breathing in all of the helpful, what you need more of. You can bring that in through your breath, even the idea of it, the desire to ask for it. Sometimes it's hard for us to ask for what we need. And the exhale can be even a little bit of all of the other stuff that really is not yours, or it's more than you can handle. It's more than you want to carry. You can let it go on your breath. So, why don't you close your eyes down, or you can watch the water if you'd like, but create a soft gaze, a gentle and compassionate gaze, whether you are looking inside or softly around you. The drum is here to be a helper to you. So you could imagine that the drum beats begin to maybe surround you. Maybe they begin to look for stress points in your body or the energy system around your body. You could ask them to seek out that which is not you, that just somehow stuck on you, or that even you picked up and are carrying. But it's just not helpful, or it's too much. So no offense to anyone who the energy actually belongs to. Even good energy sometimes is too much energy. So you can ask the drum beats to come and scoop up these little pieces. And your breath and the water of the waterfall. You could imagine it many ways. You could imagine that the mist from the waterfall moistens you and brings you what you need. You could imagine, if you desire, that the water itself, and it's going to be cold, that the water itself is pouring over you, or maybe even just pouring over your feet. And everything that needs to go can congregate in your feet for a moment, and then the water could move it away. No problems, no stress. Imagine that the waterfall itself is your ally. Imagine that. Imagine the sound of all of the millions of little water particles, the little water beings gathering together up top as a river or stream, and then they tumble and tumble and tumble and free fall and let it all go. Imagine that. And then they land, whoosh, and this place is about 100 miles from the ocean. They know right where to go. This is also very close to a very big river, the 5th largest river in the world, and that joins the ocean. So you are connected in the stream to the waterfall, to the large river, to the ocean, to the evaporation, to the cloud, to the rain, to the stream, to the waterfall. You are connected in the same way. The water that flows on this earth also flows in your blood. So just take a moment and ask the waterfall friend Maybe this waterfall, maybe there's a waterfall that you know personally that you would like to ask. Ask this waterfall to clear you, refresh you, rejuvenate you, just for a couple minutes, and let the drum help as well. If the water has been cold, it might, in your imagination, turn just warm enough for perfection for you. It can be however you want. Later in the day or later in the week, you might feel stressed, feel overburdened, and this waterfall or another waterfall might just come into your mind, and you could ask it to help you out, to wash over you and wash away that which is not you and that which is too much. Your breath is always right with you too, right? It's your own connection internally and out in the world. In, out, in, out, in, out. Just like the cycle of the water. It's moving in a cycle. So maybe take a moment and offer gratitude for the water beings, for the rain, for the snow, for the clouds, for the evaporation, for the forest, for the desert, that the cycle can continue. And even though in the West, and particularly in the Southwest where I am, there is significant drought, so even looking at this beauty is so nourishing to me. And hopefully it is to you as well. Something that you might practice the next time you feel overwhelmed is immediately think of 3 things that you're grateful for, and at least one that is not about you. Gratitude for the cycle of life, gratitude for the earth protectors, gratitude for the ones who are standing up for justice, social justice, racial justice, the ones that support others besides you, so you don't have to do it all. This is a large and intricate web of life, and I am grateful that you're in it. So thank you for being here, and I hope you received a little something from the waterfall beings and from my drum and my words. I appreciate you. Until next time, be well. weboflifeanimus.com. There's lots of pre-recorded offerings that you can partake when it suits you. Blessings.